Radio K, April 13th. We got Jada Brown in the house here with us with her amazing band. Can we get name and instruments for each person, each band member?
Yes, my name is Jada Brown, and I'm the vocalist, uh, songwriter.
I'm Donovan Cole. I play keyboards.
Tyler, I play drums.
My name is Vinny, and I play guitar and backup vocals.
My name is Tony, and I play the bass.
Perfect, cool. We're fresh off a two-song performance here. What two songs did we hear today? Let's hear it from you.
We just played Shrinky Dink and Charades in that order. They're my two new singles, and this is the first time the band's played it, actually. So we just came together.
That's amazing. Yeah, how do you feel they went? Do you have any, things that you might have changed, or do you think they went good?
I think we did amazing. So I switched. So when I recorded the songs, they were actually not with the band; they were with Beats. So I think bringing the songs with the live band feel just brings that much more life and translation to the songs. And yeah,
Yeah, cool.
really proud of us.
Yeah, that was an amazing performance. Yeah, of course. We had, you mentioned earlier that you said the songs were actually made off of instrumentals and they weren't the live band, like the actual studio recordings of the songs. How was it, kind of transferring that to, a band, a live band setting?
I I didn't have any doubts that this band couldn't do it. I was like, I play with amazing musicians, and I'm proud to have them here. And I didn't come with, as a singer, like, you probably should come with like chord sheets and all this. And I was like, here you go, figure it out. And, yeah, they got an audio track, and I said, if you're a real musician, listen to this, and you can play it by ear. No, and so yeah, I mean, everyone listened to the songs, and then we kind of just figured it out in practice. And then I think what's special about like the beat versus live band is that you can the beat is like limited to like it's the same thing every time, and with the live band you can make like a cool little break or do something cool in the song that's not in the beat recording. So you can change it and like translate it and do what you want in the moment. That makes it like for that one time, like that's how we played it. And we might play it different another time. Like you get that special performance piece of it.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that's amazing. It was probably it was a very cool moment for you to see your songs come to life like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's like a baby. Like I would say it's like a baby and I birthed it.
Yeah,
I think all the songwriters here, we have songwriters, talented songwriters in the group that make their own music. And that's literally, I think when I came out with my first song on my first album, Admiration, I literally said that in the thank you post. I'm like, this is my baby. Like, thanks for receiving her. And that's what it feels like. Like, it's really tender and it comes from the heart. And so, yeah, it made me really excited. I think when we first played it, I was just like, oh my God. Yeah.
that's amazing. That's amazing. You speaking of bands, you guys are the first live band on the Vanguard this year, so props to everyone. It's amazing.
Woo!
Sweet.
We're
Cool.
special.
And it was an amazing performance. Um, Speaking of your band again, is there any plans in the future to get in the studio with your band and kind of co-create something and not, have a beat? Do you have any plans to do that, or, you know, would you like to do that?
Yes, I would love to do that. I think we might I would like to record actually a live version of one of these two tracks, and I won't say which because I'll keep that a surprise.
Oh,
So you gotta tune in with me. and follow up with that. But yeah, I would definitely like to do some originals as well.
That's amazing. That's so cool. It's very exciting news here. You know, you heard it here first.
You heard it on the Vanguard.
Yeah, yeah. What are, kind of other bands that you're influenced by and, give us some like old influences and modern influences?
Yeah, I think. Well, I play such. If you look at my discography, you see really a range of music. Like you can't be like, oh, Jada Brown plays this, because I might be singing one song and then I rap on another song. I have a full length album, Admiration, out, and then an EP titled Far From Anonymous, and they're really fluid. Like Admiration is, I would say, it's like a neo soul, R&B feel. And then Far From Anonymous, I was inspired by some women MCs that I listened to, and I really wanted to it was more of a storytelling album, and I wanted to rap on it. And because I was always around like hip hop scenes here in Minneapolis, but also around like R&B and neo soul. And so I transitioned to hip hop, and it was funny because people were like, well, I think you should sing, or like, oh, I like your rapping. I was like, I just like to do it all. Like, I don't do what other people tell me I should do. I just want to make the music. Like, it's important to me, and so I put it out. Like, obviously I love my fans and I love my audiences, but at the end of the day, like, I make the music for me first, and like who receives it is like who it's meant to receive. And I like that I'm versatile, because I think we're all versatile, and to like be able to show off different styles. I hope that inspires other artists, that they can also explore other styles of theirs and not stick in one lane.
Yeah, that most definitely is an inspiration. Speaking of influences, other than like other musicians, let's speak about, your family. What role did your grandma might have had in your music journey?
Oh my God, she had a huge role, because she paid for piano lessons growing up. And you see Donovan playing keys in the band, but I play piano. Hey, shout out Donnie. My grandma wanted one of her she wanted her grandchildren, all of them, to play instruments, but I was the only one that picked it up, and so she provided piano lessons for me. And so when I first began writing, when I was 18 or 19, I wrote my first songs are like on piano, so they're on SoundCloud. They're on piano and me singing, and I still write with piano. I don't really perform with piano at the moment, but that might be something in the future.
Mhm.
But with some songs, not every song. But I still write with piano.
Cool.
So shout out to my grandma.
That's so cool. Can't wait to see possibly these live piano performances in the future. You heard it here first again
On the Vanguard.
on the Vanguard.
Radio okay.
Oh, and also you guys had an amazing little Radio K jingle at the end there. Wow. Was that impromptu?
That was. I want to pass the mic.
Yes. Yes. I remember starting the jingle. Yeah, it was fun. It was good. Just play some things, the normal go-to chords that I play every time I pick up the guitar. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
There's always like a few. So Radio K.
Radio K. What's your favorite chord?
I love a minor 9,
Cool.
whatever it may be.
It's nice.
Yeah. And a diminished 7, always good.
Ooh.
Anyway, yeah. Back to Jada.
I never heard of a diminished 9 or minor 9. I like 7s though. I do know that much.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Your singing is obviously very amazing. Did you take vocal lessons ever? Like professionally, or is it kind of just like singing in the shower type of deal?
Always singing in the shower. I'd say more singing in the car though. And I was like that weird kid who like sang in the hallways and like just sang everywhere. Like, why is she singing? That's how I make an appearance. I sing. I was in choir like all of my K through 12 career. we call school a career now. um, I was in choir, but I didn't take any lessons outside of choir. So choir taught me like breath control, and I was an alto in choir, and so altos, it's like the altos and the sopranos. Altos are lower, like the lower notes, and sopranos are the high notes. So I was an alto, and I really liked. We were like the foundation, so like we were like ah. It's kind of like it's almost like doo-woppy. So I like really like soul music and doo-wop, which I'm inspired by from your previous question you asked me. I think I bring like those elements too, and I really just like be in those like foundational notes and just doing cool harmonies and doing like rhythm. Like doo-wop has a lot of rhythm singing. Like you're the instrument with your voice, and that's something I believe in. Like my voice is an instrument, so I use it. However, like I don't define it. I just like do what comes to my head, and what comes out comes out.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Moving on to visuals, you have some pretty unique and cool visuals and videos that I saw. I saw a pretty cool one on Spotify. It was like you floating on a flamingo, and they look very like artistic and stuff too. So like, how do you come up with stuff like this? Do you work with anyone, or is it all kind of just you?
Well, I'm all about collaboration. I think collaboration saves the world. We should be a team. There was You're speaking about charades, and I am floating on a flamingo in a pool that had a lot of box elder bugs at the time of the video shoot. And I was scared, but I jumped in the pool anyways. um, overcome your fears every day. The visuals, I've really kind of like been growing into an artist, and I think before I identified as a singer more, and I feel like when I started taking music, like, hey, taking it seriously, I was like, okay, you have an artist. You're like an artist now. And I wanted to bring the elements that I love like the most into my art. And so I think the charades video was very like playful, very colorful. I'm a Pisces and I like to live in my dream world. And that was kind of like a peek into my dream world, like some 70s, like vintage house. And I just love it there. And I feel like that brought out my personality. And I wanted to showcase that. So I had the vision of there might be more questions. I might spoil it. But the flamingo, yeah, that was some of the creative director. Nathan Wold directed that video. But there are other elements of that video that I brought the ideas forth, and we kind of just collaborated.
I love that. Shout out Nathan.
Shout out Nathan.
Your work feels like it sits between. It's very poetic. It's like between poetry and music. Are you into poetry, spoken word at all?
Yeah, I do like listening to a spoken word. I used to do more poetry when I was like 21. I did some spoken word events, and I was in a class at the time where we were doing poetry, like studied poetry. And so that's when I started writing, because we had to do a project, and I was like, I have to write these poems. And then I wrote for a little bit, but I haven't really wrote poems in a while. But I think songs are poetic in a way. Sometimes I write the poem song first and then bring it to a musical composition. And then sometimes I'm writing like the chords on piano and then I'm putting the words with it. So yeah, poetry is music, and especially poetry is hip hop.
Exactly. Yes. I heard you were at Wave Fest last year. I think it was around October 2025. You performed at Wave Fest. What's your favorite venues to play? What's been your favorite live performance that you've done?
Ooh, that's a great question. There's a lot of cool venues around town, around the Twin Cities, and wow, I could like go back in the vaults. Well, we played at Fine Line this past winter, and that was my first time performing at the Fine Line. I really like that stage because you're on the stage is pretty tall, so, and it's a big venue and it's like super professional. So I felt like, wow, I made it to the Fine Line.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stage and like the intimacy it brings. I also love Berlin. I haven't played a show there yet, but I like the lounge type feel of Berlin. Shout out Honey. Honey was a venue like from a few years ago. Yeah. And it's sad. Venues come and they go. And I feel like that's a lot of life. And there's always gonna be like, let's put the energy into creating spaces at newer venues. Like you can never recreate the same energy, but I feel like I've had so much transition and change in my life. I've had to learn how to like roll with it and make the best of it.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Could we go on to every band member's favorite venue that you've played at or favorite performance?
I love that. Yes.
Can start here.
My favorite venue is probably the Turf Club in St. Paul.
Ooh, yeah.
Mainly for just the sound in there, out in the room and on stage. But there was, speaking of former venues that aren't around anymore, Famous Dave's in Uptown. Calhoun Square was a great venue that is sadly no longer with us, but I'm just really surprised for like a barbecue restaurant they would bring in like really top-notch musicians and artists. It was a really cool experience, and it sounded great in there too. So yeah, I'd say Turf and Famous Dave's probably.
Nice.
Who doesn't want wings and great music?
Exactly. Shout out Turf.
Oh man. Oh, this is a hard question. I love playing at Turf Club. I really do. I love sound guy Matt. Love him. Incredible sound guy and always gets it incredible. If we're shouting out like old spots, I remember like old Artist Quarter in downtown St. Paul. Like you had to go downstairs, and I remember when I was like, a little budding jazz musician, and it felt so cool because it was like go down the stairs with real speakeasy energy, and yeah, is there something there right now? I don't know if it. I'm sorry if I'm doing them dirty by not knowing that, but that was just like that was my memories of that spot, so I don't know, but yeah.
I think for myself, well, I think I've just played at Green Room a lot in Uptown, so I feel like I have a lot of good memories there. But yeah, we kind of we started playing at Green Room. This is not with Jada specifically, but we started playing at Green Room like when it was sort of first starting, and seeing the progression was really interesting. And that's the first time I saw a venue really get on its feet and then realize, oh, the venue can also get to the next level too, not just the artist, But I think with Jada specifically, playing with Jada, the Fine Line show has been fun. Yeah, because it's the first time I ever played the Fine Line was with Jada, and that's wild because I was like, yeah, she was just we're playing at the Fine Line. I was like, what? That's kind of crazy. So, but yeah, that's what's up,
Nice.
Tony.
Oh wait, actually, I was gonna ask you about the Green. Have you ever been to the open mics there?
Oh
Yeah, those are really fun, right?
Yeah, I've been a frequent patron at the I don't know why I said it like that. I've been to Snapped.
Yeah.
They got Snapped. They got Flavor Jam. Yeah. Yeah, those plays are dope. I mean, I think as a musician, going to those, Snap specifically, I've grown so much as a musician. That's the place where you can go see some crazy talent.
Yeah.
It's Chops every Thursday.
Yeah.
It's a little bit scary, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I was very intimidated.
And yeah, but as a musician, I feel like we gotta continue being afraid by other people's chops so that we continue to get better.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Anyway,
As far as venues go, I've been doing music in the Twin Cities for a long time and pretty much played everywhere you could name or imagine, old places, new places. But I think my favorite is when you get to play either the 7th Street or First Ave main stage, just because you get to park in that garage. And the history of the tour buses that have been in there, and the idea that you get to be downtown and you don't have to deal with a ramp, you don't have to deal with like the fact you could just, you feel. I remember that's one of the first times where I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm making it. Like, I got my own parking spot in the garage. And I love 7th Street too. I love the intimacy of 7th Street. Packing that place is so intimate. It feels really special. Obviously, the main room, just a citywide legacy. Played there several times, and legendary staff, legendary room, and yeah, just I love hanging out in the garage with whoever's around, and it just feels really great. Feel like it's a part of Minneapolis history.
Nice. Thank you. All right, now back to Jada Brown. Talk about some of your past work. How have you evolved from, the songs you used to make to what you're making now?
Really just like deep, just doing some like deeper exploration of my sound, trying new things, working with new people. Like I said, like I believe in collaboration, and I've worked with different producers, worked with writers. I've worked with Tony doing like a disco track.
Wow.
That's unreleased. Ha ha ha. And we've also done some stuff on analog recording, so like reel to reel.
Wow.
There's a small reel to reel machine on top of that organ, but imagine like a big R2D2 from 1986. I just like things that predate me, music wise,
Yeah.
like everything wise. I like the tones, the colors of like the 70s and the 60s, and I love the music that comes from that era. And I thought it was special to record. Like once I found out, I've known Tony for a few years, and once I found out he had a like reel to reel machine, like recording on magnetic frequencies, I was really excited. I was like, yes, I want to record on this. That would be a dream. And then just like learning more and more about that process and that machine, and making some magic off of it. So I want to do more recordings too on analog as I go into this like soul lane and working with a band. I think we could make some really awesome music that has those influences and expressions.
That's so cool that you got to use something like that.
I encourage everyone to. Shout out Brown Big Studios.
Yeah, analog for the win. I heard you guys only had 2 rehearsals before this as like a full band together. How was that whole process? How did that go?
It was really natural, actually. Like I was, some of us have played with each other in different formations and bands. And I think in the Twin Cities, we're in a small city, and also like so many talented musicians and groups where you are going to play with people where like, oh yeah, I played with them, and I played with this person, and oh yeah, we've done shows together. So I feel like we, vibe really naturally, and like once you do, it's just like a snap of the finger.
Love that. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we pulled it together, and I'm excited for our future shows and music.
Nice. How did you and your band members meet, specifically?
Through word of mouth. Through word of homies. I don't know if anyone has anything to say. Yeah, we have a story. We all have different stories.
I met Jada at Minnesota Music Cafe in like 2018. I was a youngin'. I was just fresh out of high school. I was a sweet lad, and I remember I pulled up. I pulled up. Jada was singing. There was like a blues jam or something, and I got up there and I asked him to play like a Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder so I could sing with it, and one of the easy songs. And then they got mad, and then I got embarrassed, and I never went back. But this is a true story. But I met Jada there. Yeah. That's how we met. Anyway, thank you.
Of course.
you gotta like.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then and then I met Tony behind the International Bazaar stage at the State Fair. Well, that's when we formally like first had like our conversation.
What was going on back there?
He was playing a show. Yeah. Donovan we met through homies.
Yeah, I think Skylar probably.
Yeah, Skylar reached out to us. Tyler met Tyler through Benny. We're like roots of a tree.
Cool. Love that. Love that. Yeah. All right, nice. Well, speaking of, we mentioned Tony. This has nothing to do with it, but does the name Stony ring a bell?
Oh my god. Yeah, Stoney was like the Kids of the Kingdom band leader back at my church when I was a kid.
Oh, nice.
Is that who you're referring to?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
yes.
god. Deep cut.
Nardwar.
That's why we call him Arrkay Ward.
The Arcade War. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Wait, did this person shape your music in any way, or did I just kind of find a random side character?
Yeah, well we went to a Lutheran church growing up, me and my brother with my mom. And so I was in choir in school, and then I was in choir at our church. And we had it was called Kings of the Kingdom, so all the kids sang together, and Stony was like, "Hi, Stony." It's my friend Maria's dad. He's my friend Maria's dad, and he had a guitar, and he'd just be jamming out, and we'd play music, and he'd lead the band with the guitar. I don't remember. Yeah, he was very gave off hippie vibes. Stony. Yeah, it's a great name. But I played with them throughout high school, during church services. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is such a cool name. It's just Stony.
Stony. I know. Shout out Stony. I think he's still playing. And that's actually when I played with him, I was playing with a bunch of middle-aged dudes. And I think it's so important. When I was from high school to age 22, both in where I grew up and in Minneapolis, I would play with middle age or even elders. I played with this elder group. So with Stoney's band in high school, it was him and all of his friends. And then I played with Red Pony a few shows, which was a band from the 70s, and got back together still and did some shows, and they had me sing with them. So I think it's important to play with people older than you, because then you can learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be in a multi-generational band is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Also heard you were at Radio K previously as well. How was that? What year was that?
I believe it was 2019, because that's when I came out with my first single, Like I Do, and Miss Blue. So maybe the performance is out there. To be honest, yeah. It was a cool experience. I did I didn't have the band with me then, but I'm definitely glad to be back at Radio K with some new music. And
Cool. Yeah. Back at Radio K and back at the U of M. You went here. Tell us about that. Did you work on music back then?
Music background?
Yeah. No, back then during the U of M era.
Oh yeah, this was I was here on the West Bank. I was at Middlebrook.
Oh really?
It's
Nice.
Middlebrook, right?
Yeah, middle.
Middle
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Middlebrook.
at the art dorm. That was a fun time. Wouldn't change it.
Sweet. Did you work on music during this era?
Yeah, that's when I started writing songs. I think it was my freshman year. That's when I started writing on piano and started singing. And then I did a few shows around campus, from 2018, 19. Yeah.
Cool. Love that. Well, it's full circle. Now you're back here performing and interviewing. It's amazing. Well, do you have any, final words you wanted to sign off with, kind of wrap things up? Anything you wanted to say to the world, the camera?
Don't shrink yourself, and live your truth, own your truth. Search for the beauty in life, and listen to the Vanguard at Radio K. Real music lives here.
Sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dude, that's
I need to stop recording.
Where is it?
you should keep that in.
Oh.
Keep that in.
I don't know where it is.
To the right.
said she didn't stop
You gotta keep that.
We'll keep that.
Keep that in there.
Keep that.
So